happening? This is the Creatia Conversation, your number one nerd-ish news source on Pornhub. I am your host, Lord Cussalot Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I'm joined once again on this fine Thursday afternoon by my co-host Mara the Shark Watkins.
Hello.
How you doing today, Mara?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm surviving. I'm tired, Mara. It's been a week.
I
It's
feel
been a
that.
week. This will be the seventh thing that I've done creation world related this week. So yeah. Yeah. If you count Sunday, so yeah, that's one, and then creation conversation, two, three, four, and then the other things I did, five, six, seven. Yeah. Seven things that I've done this week, and I'm tired.
I could imagine.
And I get to
Don't
do
you,
another one later.
don't you love that this is your life right now?
Honestly, I do. Like if I'm being we honest, I do love it. I do love it. That's why I do it, because I love it. Um, but yeah, Will was here first. He wants us to know that. It's important. You all don't understand. He was here first.
And that he was dedicated to being here first.
He is, and I appreciate that.
Same.
So he comes for the intro. He stays for the nerdish. You know what? As you
I will
should.
say, like, the intro music is pretty, like, even like the where we'll be right with you music is just like, so just like makes you want to like pop lock and
Oh yeah,
like,
it's a vibe. It is. It is.
so.
But yeah, what you been up to, Mar? We haven't hung out or talked in a while. What you been
No.
watching? What you been playing? What's going on in the
Um,
life of the shark?
oh my gosh, I started a new game
What game did you
on my
start?
PlayStation of all
Oh,
places too.
okay, what'd you start?
I started this game that I got off of I want to say off the network off for PlayStation Plus called
Hmm.
I think it's The Quarry or just Quarry, QUARRY.
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
So it's like one of those games where it's like you're making decisions, but I mean like there is like some kind of like action and adventure to it. Like you do have to run around, you do have to explore things. But it is like a thriller, scary kind of creep kind of game. Um, it has like the likenesses. Don't tell the Sims they'll be jealous.
Hmm.
Will said, "Don't tell the Sims they're left jealous. You're playing something else. They'll get jealous. You're playing something else."
I see.
Um,
Did Justin make the intro? Actually, no. Justin did not make that intro. That was actually made by this. His name is Derwin. He made it. No, this one actually was not Justin.
uh,
He makes a lot of our stuff, but this one he actually did not make.
got you. Thanks
But
for
yeah,
that.
yeah. Finish what you were
I did wonder who made our intro sounds because they'd be dope as shit.
Yeah, most of them are made by Justin Heel Tactics on Twitter. Um,
Thanks,
but
Justin.
that particular one was actually made by a guy named Derwin. I actually met him when I was working at the Omni.
Thanks, Darren. You did a great job.
He did.
Um,
He
but
actually
yeah,
also made the
Super
what
Flash
was it?
Hero,
No,
Multiverse.
the original music for Smacking It Raw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, I'll just keep naming our shows.
I know.
There's only been like six of them,
Yeah, yeah.
if not more. Um, but yeah, so it's kind of creepy. Um, and it has like likeness of like celebrities and such. So it feels like I'm playing a game with them, uh, but they're playing other people. I'll pull up the cast right now. Brenda Song is like the big one that I always remember, because it looks and sounds just like her. Brenda Song, if you remember her from, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
I don't.
Um,
But
what was that other Disney movie she did? Um, Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior. Um, what else was she in?
Still got nothing.
100 Deeds for Eddie McDowd. Is
Nope.
that in what?
That's not ringing for me either.
That was a great show on Nickelodeon.
When did it come out?
99.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. She was in Phil of the Future. I don't fully
I've
remember
heard of Phil
that.
of the Future, but I have no idea what it's about.
It was a good one. She was in The Social Network. Um, she had I guess she had roles in Scandal, but I don't remember that.
Okay.
And I watched Scandal all the way through. New Girl, but another one I didn't watch fully through,
All right.
which is
All right.
ironic.
We don't need to list her whole filmography.
But yeah. Well, I like Brenda Song. Okay.
I know, but you were talking about something specific, and you went on this tangent about Brenda Song and what else she's been in. It's okay. We don't need to.
We also have Justice Smith. He was in I think he's in Titans. No, Detective Pikachu. I'm sorry. And The Get Down. Who else is in? I don't know the other people who were really in it, but David Arquette is like the big adult
Okay.
in the movie because it's about teens and such.
I do know David Arquette.
Yes. Who else
Former
is
world
in this?
heavyweight champion.
What?
Former WCW world heavyweight champion.
David Arquette is a
Yeah.
heavyweight champion.
Yep.
Huh. Things I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
I know him as Dewey from Scream.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's creepy so far. Like I've made it through, I think the first chapter or so, because like there's the prologue, where you kind of you get the random couple where things are going on, but they're kind of associated with the main story, and it's like it takes place at a camp. It gives kind of like some Friday the 13th vibes. Like it's teen slasher, and pretty much like the choices you make in the game will affect things going down the line, and it's like really cool. Like when you make like a decision on certain things, it'll tell you like, hey, this is a game, this is a decision, this will affect something like directly going forward.
Kind of
And
like
so
on those, like on the Telltale games.
yeah, it's like that because they'll be like, oh, this person doesn't believe you, but yeah, so I'm excited to see where it goes. The little bit that I know of the game is that it came out last summer, so it's fairly new. And it got a lot of positive reviews from critics who praised it for a narrative, characters, the performance, graphics, and its homage to classic horror movies, which I like. It has some criticisms about the ending, but I'm not gonna look into it because I want the game to be like a surprise.
Right.
Because what I read about the game is that like all 9 characters can survive or die based on your decisions. So like the game can go anywhere.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like something they did on Quantic Dreams games, like Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human, where like, yeah, you have characters, but they may or may not survive the whole thing. You could go through the whole. There's a scenario where all of them die before you get to the end. There's a scenario where all of them live. Like the way I played with Heavy Rain, all but one of those characters made it to the end. One of them, like who you would guess is the main character, died at the very end. But like in Detroit Become Human, like you could have died in several times. It's I like those kind of things where your decisions actually matter.
Sam Raimi's brother, Ted Raimi, who is also like an actor and director and stuff like that. If you remember him from like Drag Me to Hell, The Grudge. He was also in the video game Evil Dead Regeneration, but he is in this game, and I'm under the impression he is bad.
Okay. Okay.
But that's what I've been playing. So like if you've seen me on my PlayStation the last week or so, just like being on for longer than the usual 10 to 15 minutes, I've been playing that.
Okay. Okay. For me, not much new. New season of Grand Crew did just start, so we're watching that. Um, that first episode came out. Well, it was on Peacock on Saturday. Um, it's all that's new for me, except for actually no. There's this new game I just downloaded. It's on console and mobile though, but it's called Kart Rider Drift. It's basically, honestly, it's a Mario Kart ripoff. Um, but you could do more customizations as far as your cars and your drivers go. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, it's you know it kept my interest last night when I was bored, wasn't ready to fall asleep yet, quite yet. And I'm just like,
I
okay,
started a mobile game on my phone. It's not, I don't think it's new, but like my friend Chris kept bugging me to play it, and I finally downloaded it, and then he was like, "Did you open it?" And I was like, "I never did."
no,
And then I finally right, and I finally opened it, and now I'm addicted to it. It's
mm.
Marvel Snap. It's some card
Oh,
game.
really? You're finally playing Marvel Snap after I've been raving about it for months. Is
Yes.
that right? Is that
Yes.
right? I haven't talked about Marvel Snap incessantly for like months at a time now. You
I
know.
know. But you weren't
Hmm.
you weren't pushy about like open your phone, download
Oh no, I
it.
wasn't pushy about it like that. But yeah, I definitely like. Yeah, I've been singing the praises of that game for quite some time. And yes, it's addicting and it's fucking fantastic.
What was it? The other night I was in bed, like I went to the movies with Logan to go see Creed 3. So that
So
was
you
something.
also saw that.
Yes, I did watch something new this week. I watched all three Creeds. Um,
Oh, you hadn't seen any of them before.
mm-mm. I
Oh.
hadn't seen any of them. I was like, when I realized that the first one came out in 2015, I was like, wow, I really waited too long to watch this.
Mhm.
We went to see it. We came back and we were like, why are we so awake? I got into bed after we watched something on TV, and I was like in bed, and I was like, I'll play one game. And then I lost, and I was like, I'm gonna play one more. And
You
then I
don't
got to
just
go to
play
bed.
one game of
You
Marvel
can't just
Snap.
play
That's
one
not how that
game.
works. Like I purposely don't open it for days at a time because if I do, I'll be sitting there playing it for a very long time. I got like, nope, nope, nope. Do not touch that until next week. Like it is just like
You got to
because I'll
lock it
sit there
down.
and I'll do nothing else while I'm sitting here playing Marvel Snap. I cannot do that. But I mentioned Cartwright Drift being a Mario Kart ripoff. There's actually something that came up that I forgot to actually add to the news doc. I saw it last night, but and it's funny I confirmed it because I opened it up myself. It looks like Mario Kart 8 is getting actually 5 new characters on top of the one we thought we were getting, one we knew we were getting. So this story comes from Kotaku, and like I said, I confirmed it when I opened up Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on my Switch. So Mario Kart 8, a game that was first released 10 years ago. We're in newsy time now. Just we can go there.
Okay. Newsy time. If you waited till I took a rip to do that. Newsy time. There we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the video just so I don't have to do that every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. That might be a good way to go about it. But anyway, Mario Kart 8, a game that was first released 10 years ago on Wii U, is still not done. The 2017 Switch version of the game is currently in the midst of a run of downloadable content that is bringing not only new courses to the game, but new drivers as well. We welcome Birdo alongside a Yoshi's Island course in the last update, which I've seen. She's there. Um, but this fresh screenshot taken from its installation shows that there's still room for 5 more. So let me just.
Is it this picture?
Yep, I'm gonna just share it with y'all so you can see. Oh, it's gonna be difficult. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Okay, hold on.
You want me to do it?
No, it's not that. It's just
I was like, I got it.
it's more of a.
Sure.
No. It's not that I can't pull it up. I was trying to just move stuff around on the screen for
Oh,
reasons. That's all.
it's cool. Keep your porn tabs to yourself.
It actually wasn't porn, but if you want to see those, I can pull those up for you. But that's not what I was. But yeah, you see, we got these empty 5 spaces right here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's speculate. Who could these people be?
It's gonna be randoms that I probably wouldn't even expect.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because it's like, there's things that we've seen before. We've also seen like crossovers or this stuff, like who's in Smash Brothers that's not here, or like, other people that could be like, we got Donkey Kong, but we don't have Diddy Kong, maybe Diddy Kong's gonna get thrown in there or something, we don't know.
The third one, the last row, the third one in, that's Link, right?
Yes.
So then they got all my guesses in there. I was just like, what other Nintendo
Link is there, but not
Yeah,
Zelda.
I know. Maybe they'll throw Pikachu in there.
Maybe. Or Kirby, we don't know.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's just like we don't really know. But I was just like, let's speculate. Let's see,
I'd be happy to see like Pikachu show up in there, or like any
Pokemon,
any of like the well-known Pokemon, not like any random. It's like can't just bring up any random one because I'd be like, you just made that up. That's not a real Pokemon.
We're gonna put in Executor because we can.
Right? Just Executor with the 3 eggs. I'd be like, how are they even driving?
They don't have arms. Don't matter. It don't matter. All right. But yeah, so that's happening. Like I said, I saw that yesterday and I forgot to add it into the news doc, but it was still sitting up here today. I'm like, oh, right. I didn't add that in. My bad.
Now, do you have to have that's the tier of online? Don't do that.
You did that.
Like, I know. Like, don't mock me is what I was trying to. I was like, don't mock me. Do you have to have like the version of the membership that has like the bonus stuff too? I always forget what it's called.
The expansion pack?
Yeah. To get those?
You get it with the DLC. So if you bought the DLC or you have that, yes, it will come with that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's part
Clear.
of the DLC. Mm-hmm. One more thing that I did not add in there that I didn't actually realize existed till right before we hopped on. There's a new trailer for WWE 2K23 for the factions. For My Faction is what it's called.
WW2K?
WWE 2K. 23.
Wrestling.
Yes. So let's check this out real quick. We'll see if WWE takes us down again.
Well, fuck them if they do. Look at him. Even as a video game character, he still look good.
Proving Grounds rewards. I don't know what that is. Any of you played WWE 2K23? Let me know what that shit means. What are these cards?
Oh, look, it's the Uso. It's one of the Uso. There's the other one.
That last one was Jay. Mm-hmm. They have different haircuts now, so we can tell them apart.
Yep, I love it. Thank you. Play as Bad Bunny. I'm not even a Bad Bunny fan, but that is hysterical.
Yeah, they announced that a while ago. That's great.
Well, if it's available on PlayStation Plus, I'll play a match with you.
I don't think it'll be on PlayStation Plus.
Well, at least not for a while.
Yeah. They use. I don't remember them putting those on there ever, but I could be wrong.
I feel like I've seen one of them, but I might have just seen like a 2K of something.
But I've seen NBA 2K be put on there. But
I've seen a good portion. I think I've seen MLB, FIFA. I've definitely seen a Madden on there, and 2K, NBA 2K.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you got like a long stretch of either playing Mario Kart or, once this comes out, WWE 2K23 coming, you're going to need some energy to get through all that. And a good way to get that energy is with Dubby. Because,
Tubby.
yep, that's right. Because Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. W contains vitamins, amino acids, nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. The product is made in the USA in an FDA inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. W has handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. W contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. W also uses Neurofactor, patented all natural coffee extract to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives W its laser focus and fast reflex effects, making it especially perfect for gamers. They disclose full ingredient amounts, and the products will never contain fillers or artificial colors or dyes. W is also sugar-free, like I mentioned, maltodextrin-free, and it's also keto-friendly. So go to w.creatiaworld.com and use the code Creatia to receive 10% off your order today. That's w.creatiaworld.com and use code Creatia to receive 10% off your order today.
Woo, Tubby.
But in other game news, Mara, something here we've been waiting to talk about with you. There's some stuff, it's not exactly Sims news, but it's Sims adjacent. What we got here? What's going on?
So, Paradox Tectonic, who is a former Sims studio head, is now making a competing game.
Well, Rob Humble is the former studio head. He's
but okay. I didn't read.
Paradox Tectonic is the actual studio.
Okay, but is he the head of that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. We were saying the same thing. Just wanted to make sure. But anywho, yes. Called Life by You. And they have a teaser for it, which we'll show in a moment. But this article came from PC Gamer by Lauren Morton. Thank you, Lauren. And the video, so they announced it a few days ago, and I guess it will be releasing on the 20th or something is, I think. Yeah, a larger reveal. So the teaser for the reveal of it will come on the 20th, where they'll talk more about, I guess, what the game will be. And I find that to be funny because this reveal will be on the 20th, and it will be 4 days past Growing Together being out, which I think is sneaky. They were just like, oh, I see you have this game that you're really hyping up coming out. Well, let me just announce that we're going to announce a new game competing with it a few days afterwards. Because I'm sure that will have some people hesitant to pre-order a new expansion pack when they might want to hold out for something different.
A whole new game, yeah.
Yep. Even though I already pre-ordered it, I am not like that. But let me just pull up this teaser and we'll go
you got
from
it?
there.
Okay. About to say, if you want me to play it, I can. But if you got it, cool. Let's go.
Bear with me. It gave me an ad.
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that.
That's not.
What's that face, Mara? Are you intrigued? Are you intrigued?
I am a little bit because I am curious to know, are cars included?
That's what you want to know.
Because
Those are the pressing questions.
I honestly
Are there
couldn't help but
cars?
notice that was like the first shot. And I
Ah,
remember that has been a big critique from the Sims community, like the Sims users community, since Sims 4 came out back in like 14?
it was a while ago.
2014,
Was it when I was
2013.
still living in Pensacola? Yeah, I think so. So yeah.
So it and even to like this day, um they still don't have cars that you can functionally use. Like I remember in in Sims 3, in one of the expansion pack, I want to say it was Generations, one of like the the gameplay or interaction that you had was that the caretakers, adult sim or like parent, could teach a teen-aged sim how to drive, and they could get their driver's license. Now in The Sims 4, there are mods where you can get a driver's license and a passport and such, but there still aren't like functional cars without the addition of like mods, and most of the cars can only be used for like certain like storytelling um gameplay where like you're having them do certain poses. So like people who do like custom videos where they have special animations and such, they can use that for that. But there's like no real like, oh, I have a car, I'm going to take this car to go to another location or lot. And that's one thing that, a lot of the players I feel like have always constantly asked. So even with Growing Together coming out next week, I had wondered if that was going to be like a surprise edition, that they were going to give cars where like, since it's all about them, all the Sims being able to grow up together and the dynamics and stuff, you would think
Learning to drive is part of that.
learning
Yes.
to drive is one of them. Because I finally finished the full live stream for the gameplay of it earlier while I was taking my hair down. That shit was long. Like they talked for a very long time.
Yeah, it's like a couple hours long, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was like an hour, and then when I realized how long it was actually taking me to get my hair done, um, they talked specifically about like the kids not not going forward, they won't inherently just know how to ride the bicycles. Now they will have to learn how to ride the bicycle. So I was just like, is this going to lead to an update or some kind of pack or kit? Should be a kit, because I feel like honestly, if you're going to make us pay for the vehicles, it shouldn't be more than $5 at this point. In a free base game patch update, are they eventually going to bring cars? So
Valid
I'm just
question.
curious to know if that will come with Life by You, because since Rod Humble is a former uh, head from The Sims, like he has to know people have been asking for cars, and I feel like that first shot in the teaser, being of a car driving, I was just like, that felt like shots fired. Like, look, we're gonna have cars and beaches from the jump. Because remember, Sims 4 didn't have pools at first. The infamous pools. You had to wait, I think it was like months before they got pools and like kids in the, like toddlers in there. It was no toddlers was years.
About to
Like
say it was. I know it wasn't soon because I had stopped playing Sims 4 before they added the pools. So it was just
yeah. I remember, I think I texted you about it. I was just like, where are the damn pools?
yeah. And I was like, yeah, they're not there. That's why I don't play this shit anymore. But it
Yeah.
wasn't just the pools. It just wasn't appealing to me at that point. I'm like, this isn't fun anymore. I don't know what they're doing here or why nothing that I know and love about the Sims is here. But like, yeah, I was out. With the cars, were you? I think you could. But could you woo-hoo in the car?
Yes.
So you're thinking when someone is woo-hooing, in The Sims, they had a little bit of help.
Yeah, I could imagine all the help they could possibly have.
Well, a good place to get that help would be Adam and Eve, because
Mm.
Adam and Eve is the nation's largest marketer of adult products with millions of satisfied customers in the United States and all over the world. Founded in 1971, Adam and Eve is also one of the oldest names in the rapidly evolving adult industry. For more than 50 years, they have built up a reputation as a trusted and reliable adult store that takes pleasure and privacy seriously. When you want to shop erotic toys, Adam and Eve has it all. Men and women, straight or gay, and anywhere in between, Adam and Eve has the adult toys you're looking for, including, but not limited to, vibrators, dildos, anal sex toys, bondage toys, couples toys, lube, sexy gifts, and accessories. Unlike other adult stores, though, Adam and Eve stands by all their products and offers a no questions asked return policy. So whether you've bought a dildo, sex swing, or a penis ring, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and then use the code erotica to receive 50% off one item plus free shipping on orders of $49 or more. That's adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the code erotica to receive 50% off and free shipping. Link will be in the description.
Yeah.
All right.
I love that.
I do too. One thing we haven't talked about yet, we need to make sure we get to the Flash. We haven't talked about the Flash. Let's talk about the Flash. Last night's episode. This will be what we would call our Creatia Comics moment.
Creatia Comic moment. We will nail that song down at some point.
We'll figure it out. But anyway, Mara,
I love that I'm the musical relief on this show.
But yeah, Mara, what was this episode called?
The Mask of the Red Death Part 2.
Right. So this episode, we got the return of actual Ryan Wilder, Batwoman. How'd you feel about this one?
It was a lot. Like I had to watch it in bits and pieces, so it's like it was kind of hard to get like an emotional feel on it. Like, I love seeing Ryan Wilder back on my screen anytime. So it's just like
same.
Or Javisha Leslie. So like, just not to typecast her, but so I just kind of look forward to see how much further it goes into how much longer she stays. And
I think she's done. Like, it's one of those, she was there for the Red Death thing. They beat Red Death. Like, I don't know.
But I would love to see her.
Of course. She did mention, though, that she has a monthly standing brunch with the Supergirl people. So Kara, Alex, and Nia. So we'll see. She invited Iris, so she was like, "Yo,
come
hang. You got that Flash money, you good,
right?" And if not, Bay will just go back in time and fix it. So,
oh man. Speaking of Barry going back in time, he broke that cosmic treadmill, so Red Death's pissed off at him about all that, blah blah blah.
I would be too.
Yeah. Mark is alive, and that we're kind of all over the place here. But at the end, when he's sitting like, I'm not sure I deserve to be here, blah blah blah, and he's just like, yeah, you're part of the team, you're fan, blah blah blah. We forgive you. I'm like, yeah. If anybody needs forgiveness, it's fucking Barry, because yeah, you did some things to try to bring back somebody you loved. Barry went back and changed the entire timeline.
Right, like so, he changed kids' genders. He
exactly
got rid of other people.
So he has no room to talk about the lengths people are willing to go to for someone they love. Like, you keep that to your judgment to yourself, Barry. Like,
I feel like every time Barry, like the Flash and the Justice League have like he doesn't agree with something that the rest of the league is on board with, and he starts trying to rationalize it. And they be like, shut that shit up. Like you out here changing the course of everyone's lives for your own doing. Shut shit up. We're gonna do this plan, even if it's a bad plan. Like they just shut him down with the same argument. I wonder how many people like really do throw that at him all the time.
Yeah, when he starts talking, they just automatically just go, Barry, shut the fuck up. Because he needs to shut the fuck up every now and then. He's still very self-righteous. But
well, now that we no longer have Supergirl, they need to have someone to do it. So
I guess. This what else about this one? The fight with Red Death it made me chuckle a little bit, knowing because Javicia Leslie has talked about this. I think she was talking about it on IG. When she's wearing that mask, she can't really see or hear with it on. So like she had to be like led to her mark, like when she was in the thing.
I'm picturing some stagehand like just holding her by the wrist and just dragging her over.
So
dragging her over somewhere.
Right. So you can kind of see when she has that helmet on, she doesn't move much. Like it's just like, except for the time when she's like actually like in that fight where they're doing super speed running, all that kind of stuff, because when they're doing that, she really doesn't have to do the actual movement. It's mostly CGI stuff. So like, but actually like in scenes where it's just the camera and shit on the scene, she's not moving much when she has that helmet on. And it's really funny to me because knowing that that's the case, I noticed that. I probably wouldn't have noticed it had she not pointed out that she can't see.
It's a stop motion scene.
Yeah, basically. But speaking of that fight, her throwing the red lightning batarang thingy was just like, okay, where'd that come from? Okay, that's fine. And when did Barry get the lightning shield? Like, when did that start happening?
You know, they be getting these random upgrades and power-ups off screen. And they be like, because I know they just be like, they be in the writing room and they be like, and then Barry reveals his lightning shield to protect him from attack. And then like another writer will be like, but when did he get, like, don't you think someone's going to ask about that? And they'd be like, no one's really paying attention. They're not going to want an explanation, Janice. Like, shush. And Janice would be like, but Bradley, someone's going to ask, like, when did he get that upgrade? Why does he have that upgrade? He's never been in a situation where he might have needed that. And Bradley's just like, Janice, I got it. He just has it. And that's how that went.
So Bradley and Janice, those are the new, we've decided as canon, they're the main writers on The Flash.
Yes. I'm going to look up the actual writers of the show. And
it's lies. They're lies. Whatever you look up and you find are lies. We know their real names now. They are Brad and Janice. They're the ones. Whatever it says on the internet, whatever they've announced, pure lies, pure fiction. It is Brad and Janice. It's canon.
They're direct society. Right underneath Greg.
Exactly. There's Greg Berlanti who's in charge, but his main writers on The Flash are Brad and Janice. So like Greg Berlanti right here, Brad and Janice right here.
And then below them will be Greg Berlanti. I mean, not Greg Berlanti, James Gunn, and then the rest of everyone else.
That's the thing. They seem to be trying to push Berlanti out of the DC business. Like, so it's just, we'll see what happens.
His name is literally in everything.
Yeah, but you see, they're no more of the Arrowverse. That's all gone. Titans is gone. When
are those coming back?
I don't know. I think it's like later on this month.
Okay.
But yeah, Titans is over after this season. Doom Patrol is over after this season. So it's just all his stuff DC related. It's gone. And the Green Lantern show he was supposed to be over. They're not doing that one anymore. They're doing something different. So it's just
true.
Pushing him out of the DC business. Joe's leaving.
Well, yeah, he seemed like he'd been itching to get out of there.
Yeah. And then he was talked into staying. But he was like, you know what? You right. You should stay. I'm gonna take our kid that we never see and go and live on the countryside, even in the going away party. Like There's still no kids. She was just upstairs sleeping in the middle of the fucking day. Like,
it's past her bedtime.
What's her bedtime? 2 p.m. Like,
yes, she wakes up at 11 a.m. and she is up until 2, and then she sleeps again.
Like, what? We've seen this child exactly one time this entire season, and it was when they were looking out the window at some lightning and shit, and then like now she's disappeared and gone away into obscurity, and he's taken her away to the farm, and yeah,
he gonna take her to the same place that Cecile's other daughter is, and
where Wally is, because he was doing the whole thing about me, like, I have a chance to be, father again for this kid, blah blah blah. Man, what about your other kids you never see? Like, Wally still exists. Like,
Wally's still here.
Here's my other thing though. He was like, yeah, you come and see us on the weekends. And he's just like, so you think so? Is that a rule? Like, do like supervillains just take weekends off? Is like, do they never attack on the weekends now? Like, what do you think? How do you think this works?
Clearly, new way of thinking, new way of living.
Also, not Caitlin. I forget the name she's going by now. Still call her not Caitlin.
Crazy. Every time they said it, I was like, I don't think I heard that correctly.
That doesn't sound like a word. It's just
like it just sounded like they just saying like consonants.
Yeah. So whatever her name is,
no vowels, just consonants.
She like apparently like can heal people, and she can sense when you're pregnant.
Oh.
Because Mark was laying there unconscious. She gave him a kiss and woke him up, Sleeping Beauty style. He was all right, and he's like, I feel warm. He's like, oh, she made him feel all tingly inside. Yeah, exactly. But then on top of that, they sitting around at the little party thing. Made up words. So
or snow.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, during the little going away party for Joe, she was like, when about to call her Candace, Iris got all dizzy and shit. And she's like, I don't know what came over me. She was like, oh, because you're pregnant. And everybody's like, what? Like, oh, you didn't know. My bad.
Yeah, she's not really subtle, but I get it. She hasn't really been around people like ever.
Yeah,
so
no social training. She's only been alive for like two weeks.
Right? Like she's like a 30-something-year-old woman with 2 weeks of life experience.
Exactly. So some different shit going on there. But yeah.
And everyone's surprised. And in my brain, I'm like, why is everyone surprised?
Because it's early. She even said, it's not supposed to happen for 3 months.
Well, I mean, in the fetus's defense, they said, let's do shit on our own choosing.
Yeah.
And earlier they were around here fucking like rabbits. So
I hear you. You asked why they were surprised. I was just telling you because
I just like,
according to them, it doesn't happen for another 3 months. So
I was just like, y'all didn't spread the news that y'all were just gonna do shit on your own natural timing. But I mean, great for them. Great for them.
Yeah.
And Allegra and Chester talked ahead.
And then they kissed in front of everybody, and everybody was just like, oh, look at that.
Right.
And that's when we found out that the kid was upstairs sleeping, because Cecile finally actually mentioned the child that they have, supposedly. Yeah. Interesting. They kissed in front of everybody, then they did it again.
Well, I mean, they're close. I like that they are wrapping that up, or like not wrapping that up, but they are addressing it and not leaving it in the storyline where like they didn't say anything for like 12 or 20 years and shit. Because like, the finale is coming, in a couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
Like the finale date will be the 24th.
Are they going on a break between these episodes, or are we still right back next week?
I'm not sure. Give me 1 second. Because it's a 13 episode season, so
And that was that 5 or 6 that they just did?
This was 5.
Okay, so yeah, they probably wouldn't take a break yet. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're on next week. It'll be called The Good, the Bad, and the Lucky.
Yeah, because I think they finished filming. So
Yes, they
they
have
were
finished.
the whole thing. They were talking about their saying their goodbyes and all that kind of stuff. Candace Patton went on IG so you could see her cry. Not sure why that was important, but she definitely made sure that you got a picture / video of tears coming down off of her face, because we needed to see that she was sad, because actors, they need attention. It's true.
Yeah, I think Grant had posted a video of him hanging up his suit for a final time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They all do their thing, because they're like, yeah, I'm an actor. Remember, I exist. Pay attention to me.
Yeah, so I like that they're trying to at least wrap up things, even if it's subtle. So
It was funny though when they were like, when Allegra told him like that was the best kiss of my entire life, and then Chess is like, oh, there's only one thing to do now, and I'm like, you gotta fuck, but nope, they just kiss again.
Like, I gotta try and top it.
It's like, wait till you see what else my mouth can do.
Oh, pearl clutch.
I mean, the rest of the room did seem to clutch their pearls, so they were like, and Barry's just like, where did this come from? And Iris is like, if you were paying attention, you'd have been
right.
Like, what took so long?
Iris is about to be like, pay attention, and you would have seen this.
Like, read the room, nigga. Speaking of paying attention, the whole fact that he had just like ignored Gorilla Grodd after you like told him like, yeah, be a good person now, and I'm gonna walk away and pretend you don't exist anymore. So Grodd was pissed. Yeah, no shit. And apparently,
I mean, like, he has almighty ego.
Yeah, and apparently when Crisis happened, he made all the gorilla intelligence disappear, because when they merged all the worlds together, I guess the one universe where they didn't have all the intelligence was the one that they kept in that one merged universe and shit. So yeah,
I was like, that was the one that overrides the rest of them.
I guess
the dominant trait.
I don't know what how Oliver decided what he kept and what he got rid of, but for some reason he decided to get rid of the smart gorillas. But yeah, anything else with the Flash though?
No, I mean, so that was episode 5. We have 7 episodes left.
You said there's 13.
6 no, yeah.
That's 8 more episodes.
8. I'm not great at math. I never said that math is my strong suit. We are not here. You didn't keep me here for my math skills.
I did not. I was confirming that you said 13 episodes were left, so I could help you.
I'm making sure everyone else knows that I am not here for my math skills. So.
Okay.
Yo.
So yeah, 8 more episodes of the Flash, and then that's it for the Arrowverse.
Forever.
The end of an era.
Fact.
But in other DC news, apparently comicbook.com decided that we needed to know about Idris Elba's opinion on James Gunn's DC Universe. In
an exclusive. Not even like just some random blurb. Like, this seems like this is an exclusive interview he gave them.
Yeah. So this comes from comicbook.com, article by Nathaniel Braille. Feel like that's a made up name. I said it yesterday. It's made up.
Maybe because he doesn't like his last name.
I guess. James Gunn and Peter Safran were announced as the new co-CEOs of DC Studios last year, and they have already made some significant changes since then. Gunn and Safran would then go on to reveal blah 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 blah. So a whole lot. Just why does this article exist? For clicks. That's why. They said Idris Elba's name, and they said DC. They said people will click on it, and that'll make us money. That's exactly why. But then, now, Suicide Squad star Idris Elba is the latest to come out and give his support to Gunn, because he probably wants a job. But yeah, the actor revealed that he thinks DC will be unstoppable under Gunn's leadership. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep kissing ass, bro. I got you. I
He
get it.
said, he said, I mean, yeah, no, we've said hi to each other. He's a genius, right? And I can't think of anyone better to jump in the authorship of what happens in the DC universe. He knows it better than anyone, but also he just has such a great imagination, great taste profile. I think DC Universe is going to be like unstoppable under his watch.
I mean, damn. Did you buy him flowers first? Like what like before you put his dick in your mouth? Like Jesus Christ. It's funny when people do this though. Like when it's clear like this is why, because he wants him to keep him on because he saw he was getting rid of stuff and shit. Like remember I was in the one that you directed though. Like I was in now when you should keep me and put me in more stuff. You know?
They liked that one, remember?
Yeah. Oh, this shit's funny though. Any other thoughts on Idris Elba's thoughts on DC?
I mean, well, I say he's a genius. I won't go that far, but like I am, I guess, enthused to see what he comes with.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
I mean, because for the DC cinematic universe, like honestly, they can't go anywhere but up.
True.
Like they've had some highs, but like not on like that like
Marvel
comic book like superhero level like movie. Like The Batman, a great film. The Joker, another great film. But I think those are like critically good movies, if you get what I'm saying. When I mean like action and adventure, like the feeling I get watching a Marvel movie, which I think like they've tried to do with the other DC movies, like they can only go up from where they are. Especially now that they have scrapped everything. So now they're just pretty much back at ground zero. So the only place they can go is up unless he does something so horrible that Warner just is like, no, DC is done forever.
yeah.
Discovery just scraps the whole faction of DC.
You know what they need to do though in the DCU? They need to do more with Crypto the dog, Superman's dog. Like we need more of that. And those of us who love dogs love to see that. But also those of us who love dogs should go to dog.com because dog.com is your online dog supplies, shopping, and information destination. Everything your dog needs from toys to treats and food is available, including collars and leashes. They also have outdoor gear and water safety gear for your furry friend. So go to dog.creationworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today. That's dog.creationworld.com and receive up to 64% off your order today. So one more thing, Mara. One more thing before we get out of here. Some Daredevil stuff.
Ooh.
Why'd you say, oh, man?
Because our time is almost up.
You'll see me later anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, so John Bernthal is returning as Marvel's Punisher for the new Disney Plus show.
Shane.
Yeah. AKA Shane from The Walking Dead. Yes.
So association.
I mean, yeah, that's makes sense. So according to the trades, the Punisher's brutal form of justice will return in the upcoming Daredevil Born Again MCU project. This isn't the first time the vengeful vigilante has been attached to Charlie Cox's return. Back in September 22, the rumor mill suggested that John Berthal's Frank Castle would be making his comeback in Born Again, but now it's confirmed. The Punisher's last time on screen was for the second season of his former Netflix series back in 2019. But would the actor return? So yeah,
That's he just wants a specific level of darkness for it, and I guess whatever they have pitched to him, I guess that they can now confidently confirm it. Whatever it is, it's gotten to huh?
He seems more close to being on board.
Yeah, he's like cool. So I that makes me excited for it because if he wants a specific level of darkness, it's like I don't know if that means he wants it darker than what Netflix had it, or if he just wants to ensure that Disney will make sure it's as dark as Netflix was able to have, which I'm sure they
Yeah.
can do no problem. So I'm excited for that, which I wonder. I guess I should finally finish The Punisher for real then.
Oh, you never finished it?
Nope.
Oh, well then, yeah, you should. Um, However, we do know that two other people from Daredevil will not
Foggy.
be returning. Yeah, yeah, Foggy and Karen will not be returning. So unfortunately, we will not get those characters back. I mean, I like them in the Daredevil series. I don't feel like they're essential, so I'm okay with it. It's like whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Because my thinking it's just like I feel like I was like at first, like thinking about it, like first season wise, I'd have been like, I would have been a little bit more sad because I thought it was cute. They're a little band up together, but like also remembering how Foggy was season 2 going into season 3, like how like his just attitude about him
Mhm.
being the devil. And it's like I understand from like a logistics standpoint, you find your best friend is being a vigilante in the middle of the night, and he also happens to be blind and caught up in all this other dangerous shit. Like I understand that logically, but I just feel like the way he just antagonized about it and the way he antagonized about it kind of just like, okay, a little bit too much, just too much. And I'm not saying like he had to like just be like, okay, accept it. It was just kind of like, I guess the way he sounded or he delivered it was just annoying. And Karen is annoying. I love her, but Karen is annoying. She's like the same kind of character she was in True Blood. I was just like, just too much.
Oh, is she annoying to you in True Blood?
Yes. Like, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I barely remember her in True Blood. I just remember that she was like permanently a virgin in True Blood kind of thing, where it's just like she
I think
lost her virginity after she turned into a vampire, and because she was a vampire, every time her hymen was broken, it like healed itself every time.
I think at some point she was able to have something done where she could have that fixed, or they just stopped addressing it. I feel.
I
don't
think it's
remember
more
which
likely
one.
they just stopped addressing it. I think that's the most likely thing because it's TV and that's what they do. But yeah. So that's what's happening in Marvel. That's some stuff that's happening in DC. Oh shit! One more thing because I actually talked about it in the fucking title. We gotta talk about this. So, House of the Dragon. There's an update on the season 2 script confirmed by Matt Smith. So, a House of the Dragon season 2 script update from Matt Smith provides insight into how development for the highly anticipated series is progressing. All right, so Matt Smith just revealed he received his scripts from House of the Dragon season 2 of the Game of Thrones prequel series adapted from George R. R. Martin's blah 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 blah. Even though it takes place hundreds of years, la 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 la, irrelevant. So while speaking at the Middle East Film and Comic Con in Abu Dhabi, Smith shared that he just received his season 2 scripts and that they came in late.
Really late.
Yeah.
As he said, really. I think there's like 3 reallys in there. Really late.
Yeah. So not a good sign, but at least scripts exist. They said their good guess was that the release date is in 2024, and we speculated probably be later 2024.
Yeah, because they're still saying it won't be eligible for the Emmys. So it won't be eligible for the 2024 Emmys.
Right.
So
yeah, it'll be most likely late 2024, and I think that is now like optimistic, but we'll see.
Yeah, like anything as quick as June 1st is optimistic because May 31st is the cap for eligibility for the Emmys. So I could take that to mean anywhere, anytime from June 1st and later.
Most likely. I'm guessing the fall. That's really what I'm thinking, but we'll
That would
see.
be safe.
It depends on what else is happening on HBO around that time too, because they don't want two of those big tempo shows happening at once.
Mm-hmm.
Notice
Who
they
knows
waited for
what
this one to
kind
get
of-
out of the way before they brought in The Last of Us. So it's just like
Right.
they'll
Who
move the
knows?
big ones, the big Sunday boy out the way before they. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And I was like, and who knows what other scandals will happen that they'll make a docuseries about. So
Right.
the Murdochs are the big ones right now.
The Murdochs.
The Murdochs. There's that man who just got sentenced to life for killing his wife and son down in South Carolina.
Oh, that thing. Okay. I thought you met somebody at HBO. I'm like, wait, what?
No. Like, I mean, like, that's been the big thing to have documentaries on. Like, I've seen like at least something talking about it on every streaming service.
Yeah.
We watched the Netflix one, super good, because like they just released it as while they were on trial. So at the end, it tells you he's currently on trial, and I was just like, oh, that's so petty.
He seems so pleased.
I love it.
Oh man, but I think that's it, Mara. I think that's it. We can go ahead and close out here, unless you have anything else.
No, there's still nothing new about The Boys. I was looking to see if there was any hope on The Boys soon.
Nope, not yet. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching along with us, especially if you're watching live. If you're not watching live, remember you can catch us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/CreatiaWorld. While you're there, give us a subscription. If you got Amazon Prime, you have Prime Gaming, which means you can get a Twitch subscription for free. So go ahead and do that. It helps us out a lot. We would really appreciate it. And honestly, if you don't give it to us, give it to somebody, because Bezos is just sitting on all that money.
And it does, right? Cost you nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing you can do, catch us live, is watch us on YouTube at youtube.com/CreatiaWorld. If you're there, you can also subscribe to us. That's free. But while you're there, we would appreciate if you hit that little notification bell so you know every time we go live or anytime we drop a new video.
It doesn't have to be everything. It can be some things, like the important things.
Yeah, exactly. Also, if you want to watch us later, you can watch us there on YouTube at youtube.com/CreatiaWorld. But another way to watch us later on is at Pornhub at pornhub.com/model/CreatiaWorld. We are the number one news search for all that nerdish on Pornhub for a reason. You can go watch us there.
That's going to be the new song for the Pornhub link.
Okay, that's fine. Do what you want to do. Also, you can catch us on Patreon if you want to throw us a little more support monetarily. Patreon.com/CreatiaWorld. You throw $1 our way, we also give you some extra stuff, extra podcasts. We got things like Multiverse with myself and Mara the Shark Watkins. Last episode we did was Constantine, City of Demons, the one coming up soon. Yep, one coming
Wonder Woman, Bloodlines.
Yes, that one. That will be dropping very soon. We'll probably do another one later on this month because we actually are one behind. So we'll catch up on that. But also, Return to Wrestling with myself and the Warden, Matt Ritter. We watch old WCW stuff, and I make Matt watch a whole lot of Hulk Hogan, and he hates Hulk Hogan, and that makes me happy. His misery sustains me. Also, you can go to Linktree to get all the links to everything that we do. It's Linktree/CreatiaWorld. There's a weird dot in the middle of the R and the E in Linktree because Linktree is weird. Also, if you want to learn more about us, period, the good way to do that, just go to creatiaworld.com. You can learn everything about us, what we do, all the shows we do are there. All of us who are on the team are there. Learn about us. If you want to know what's Mara's favorite ice cream, you go to creatiaworld.com. You want to know what Matt's favorite drink is, you go to creatiaworld.com. You want to know what Vince's Hogwarts house is, you go to creatiaworld.com. So go there. Get all the stuff there. Also, if you just want to interact with us socially, you go to the social medias. That would be Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at It's Creatia World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. As always, I'm not telling you how to spell word. If you don't know how, get a goddamn dictionary or watch us, and you can see it right here at the bottom. It'll be spelled for you. But also on Facebook at facebook.com/Creatia World. Now, we mentioned House of the Dragon earlier. If you want to talk House of the Dragon with us, a great way to do that is going to facebook.com/group/them dragons, where the conversation around House of the Dragon and all things Game of Thrones takes place. We love to see it. We love to see the memes. Ask us a question, all that kind of stuff. But if you're a wrestling fan, you can catch Smacking It Raw every Friday night, midnight, 11 p.m. Central. And if you want to talk wrestling with the ones from there, the Warden Matt Ritter and Vince Delgado, as long as myself, I'll be in there too. You can go to facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw. That's where the good wrestling conversation takes place. Probably the most non-toxic wrestling thing on the internet. Like, no bullshit. We don't do that bullshit in there. Like, when the craziness happens, we've had that happen one time and we booted that motherfucker out of there. So
hell yeah.
Great shit. It's this place to be. Thank you very much for watching. That'll be it. Oh, also, you want to follow us? You can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Also on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok at Mara the Shark, MARADASHARK.
All right. That's it, though. All right. We're done. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. It'll be Mara the Shark tomorrow, along with the Will Gray. We'll see y'all then. Until then, though, we out.
Bye.